Hello, everybody, and welcome to the FrameRate Podcast Season 2. This is our kickoff episode. I'm your host for this one, Morg, and I've got with me Archbishop Gaius from our Discord. Say hi, Gaius.
Hello, I'm sick.
I am also sick. So you've got the sick boys running a podcast for you today. But that's all right, because we're just going to take it nice and easy, but we're also probably going to bore your brains out with whatever info we're spitting out, because this podcast is about the game that I play a lot, and the game that I kind of got me started on Twitch, Dokkan Battle by the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle game. So I've been playing this game for just about 2 years now. When I first started out, it was the 4th year anniversary, so we're actually right on time for the 2-year anniversary of me playing the game, because the 6-year anniversary has just recently begun. So, coming through that, we have different things that are coming out this year. This is their 6-year anniversary, like I said, so it's going to be pretty heavy with what they give us. Maybe not so much in the content aspect, but quite a bit in what they give us for units and what they give us for like items and things like that they're going to let us, and banners that they're going to give us. So starting with the part 1 of the 6th anniversary, there was a countdown thing where you could get, I believe it was up to 65 or 80 of the initial 6th anniversary summon tickets, which, granted, everything on those banners are SR or SSR, I believe. I think that's what they said it was going to be, and I'm hoping it was. Yeah, all available characters are SR or SSR. So you could spend 7 tickets, get 7 units. None of them are guaranteed to be SSR or guaranteed to be LRs or anything, but you have a better rate of getting SSRs and SRs. SRs basically can either go to just SSR or they can just go to UR, just so Gaius knows, because Gaius doesn't really play Dokkan, but he knows about Dragon Ball, so he can at least understand some of the things I'm saying.
Yeah.
So they've got quite a bit of Dragon Stones coming at us, and again, those are the things you use to purchase for summons. They had a great set of deals going on. They had three purchases worth on their highest stone thing would get you, I believe it was 130 stones, which was pretty good. I think I had that. I pretty much have already bought up all mine. Just going into that. I know that for the price of 6 Dragon Stones, you could purchase 50. They had a one-time deal for that, which is actually really fucking good because 6 stones is $4 or $5. So if they swap that out for a 50 stone, that's a way, way better deal than if they did it for multiple times. It would have been freaking ridiculous, because that would just be broken as hell for people who wanted to summon. Because $5 for a multi-summon is really fucking cheap, because it's 16. It is $17 actually for 32 stones, which isn't even a full multi. It's about 18 stones less. And then for 63 stones, it's $31. So it doubles and adds 1. Or no, actually, it doesn't even double it. It's just slightly. It adds 31 to the previous one, but it doubles the price. It's kind of dumb, honestly. I don't like how they did the pricing and the quantities that they gave you, but it's all mostly currency transition. It's weird, but you could get 100 stones for, I believe it was $40, but you'd also get a premium Super Dragon Stone 7, which would allow you to purchase a unit from the shop where you could trade it in treasure, and you could get just a few different characters. I believe that the best ones you could get from it were MUI. You could get LRs from the shop for it. That's not what I'm... Oh, wait, no, that is the one. So, yeah, you could get, like, the LR Majin Vegeta, and you get 2 extra characters with it, but you'd have to buy all 3 things and save the stones. I personally went for the STR Broly, because it comes with a dupe of my Paragus and a copy of the AGL Super Broly, which I am in desperate need of a lot more extreme type characters because I do not have any. Basically, the difference between extreme and super is super are people of good character, like they're like not chaotic, but like they're lawful good or whatever, however you'd explain it. But the bad characters, like the villains of the show, would go up into extreme category. Uh,
Very
so
interesting.
hmm? Yeah, they actually had them split off depending on what their alignments were. And you can get like even Vegeta, a character that went from being a villain to a good guy. There are extreme versions of him from certain points in the show, and then there are the super versions of him from different parts of the show, which I think is great. Um, so yeah, for the 3 Dragon Stones, you could basically unlock an LR and 2 supportive units for it that would probably link well and go well with it. Um, for the 2 Dragon Stones, you'd get a decent UR leader, as there's different categories that need leaders that would boost the team's skills. Like there's a fusion lead there in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Universe Survival Saga lead in Jiren, a Hybrid Saiyans lead, I believe, in the STR Gohan from Buu Saga, Pure Saiyans lead in Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and yeah, from there. Oh, the Int UI Goku is also available for 2 Dragon Stones in the shop. Um, Other than that, everything is pretty basic. They actually included Tech Broly for the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Broly for 1 Dragonstone, which he was a great unit. I don't know how he stacks up now. But I do believe that I should move on to the meat of the matter, which is the other units that we've acquired. The ones that they currently have going on in summons, which are Mastered UI Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta. Now, these 2 units are absolutely insane in all honesty. They're not the best for things like Super Battle Road, where it's really hard to do, but it is they're very good characters for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is that they have the ability to revive in battle. Now, obviously, that sentence means a lot because we've had units that could survive KO attacks with 1 HP, but we've never been given a unit that can die and then just act like nothing happened. They're actually very well thought out units. And they have decent links. They actually have decent categories as well, so you can throw them on pretty much any category that's come out in the past 2-3 years, alongside some of the starting categories like Vegeta's Family and Pure Saiyans. Those 2 were right from the start. But at least Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is Universe Survival Saga, Realm of Gods, Bond of Master and Disciple, Miraculous Awakening, All Out Struggle. Sorry about the pauses. I apparently have people trying to message me all the time. I'm putting my phone on silent now, though. Um, Basically, here's what really is a good kick, though. So the 12 key, which is the first level of super attack on an LR, their multiplier is 160%. Now, from my memory, the usual one for LRs is 145 to 155%. So when they get to their super attack, their attack increases by 160%, meaning it gets like a 0.6 multiplication added on top of it. So instead of being 100% of their attack with all their ki gained, they get, obviously, like, again, it's multiplied by 1.6. Their 24 ki multiplier is 200%. Now, I believe, and I'm just going to pop open another LR table here just to see Okay, so the 24 key multiplier is pretty regular. It's 200%, but the one unit I'm comparing it to is also a normal unit, or is also an LR unit. Let me see if I can just grab a different LR real quick. Um, Actually, yeah, that should be easy. One moment. Rarities, LR. So there's all the list of stuff. Some of these things that I'm looking at here are what we're going to be talking about for part of this. Let's go with Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, the LR that came out last year after the worldwide celebration. Uh, his key multiplier is 150% for 12 key, and his 24 key is also 200%. So the 200% is pretty standard for the 24 key. I believe there was one or two units that had more than that. But going back to the Vegeta and the UI Goku, they have their level 20 super attack raises the super attack multiplier by an additional 30%, which is regular. That happens with pretty much every LR. The ultimate damage multiplier is 550%. So I believe that means, because it doesn't really specify, that it will, when he's doing an ultimate super attack, multiply his damage by 550%. So that's going to be multiplying it by a total of 5.5, which I think is beautiful because it just, his super attack animations and the damage are fantastic. He can also boost his own defense by 225% within one turn at most, because he gets an additional 30% defense after evading an attack, which he also has a 70% chance to evade an enemy's attack, which is fantastic. He also gets a generic 50% chance to perform a critical hit, 30% chance to launch an additional super attack, and it raises ultimate damage multiplier by 50% during attack. So going by that, he's already pretty fucking good. Just going by what happens when you get him to a super attack and an ultra super attack. Now, he's a leader for Miraculous Awakening or Representatives of Universe 7 category, and he gives them Ki plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 170%. Now, I believe that is lower than the Goku Frieza unit that they released and are putting out an Easy A for, mainly due to the fact that their leader skill is 177%. But I'm not sure if that was just for health and attack, or if it was attack and defense and then health was 150. Either way, I feel like he's a better all-around lead, but I will have to check on that later. He does mega colossal damage to the enemy on his ultra super attack, which is a beautiful attack. They animate these super attacks really well for Mastered UI Goku. I feel like they skimped out on Vegeta a little bit, but let's see if I can find the super attack animations and show those to you. I know, actually. Let's see. So they were released there. Disambiguation, origin of art. Where is their super attack? Details. Okay, I guess I can't show you the super attack. I think I showed them to you on my phone when I had them, right? Guys?
Oh, what?
I did indeed show you the super attacks of UI Goku on my phone when you were over here, right?
Yeah.
And the Super Vegeta and the Vegeta ones.
Yeah. I think I remember it.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, going into the passive skill, which is a very long passive skill, not the longest, but a very long passive skill. He gets a native attack and defense plus 150%. And then he has a great chance, meaning that 70% chance to evade an enemy's attack, including their super attack, which means that if they launch a super attack at you, he has a 70% chance to dodge it, not including what you can give him in his hidden potential. Granted, you'd want to go for additional attack instead of dodge because he doesn't really need it. But if you did build into dodge, I believe that you could give him a maximum of 85% chance, maybe yeah, I think 85% chance to dodge, which is really good, but 70 is also really good, so you don't really need much more. He also gets ki +1 up to 5 with each attack evaded, which includes super attack, plus an additional defense +30 within the same turn after evading an attack. And medium chance of launching an additional super attack, that's that 50% chance or 30% chance to launch an additional super. And if HP is at 50% or less at start of character's attacking turn after the character receives 3 or more attacks, it revives with 70% HP when the character or ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd. And it only does this once. And the revive mechanic will only work once. So if you have 2 units with revive mechanics, you have to pick which one you want to use. Or you have to hope that one of them gets used when you need it. And hope that that's not the only time you get KO'd. So, pretty much, MUI Goku is a beast. He's not the top unit for certain events, but he is the top unit I believe in the game. And I think that Gaius might agree from just how kind of full he sounds,
Mm.
going by like all the abilities that he has with his passive skill, the damage he can do, uh, the revive mechanic in the first place. Um, so a lot of people just want him because he looks amazing. His character art is fantastic.
Yeah, I do like the art.
Yeah, the art is amazing, and the burning background alongside the glowing blue and white of the hair is just it's very nice to look at. They even got the little details of the orbs that came out when he achieved it, and oh, it's just beautiful. So he also has an active skill, which greatly raises attack and causes ultimate damage to enemy. So basically, what it does is it raises his ultimate damage multiplier by 50%. So he has already got a ultimate damage multiplier of 550%, and it raises it by another 50%. So it puts his ultimate damage multiplier at 600%, I believe is how that works. So he has a 600% ultimate damage multiplier. So for his active skill, he will do 600% damage on top of raising his attack. Which is actually so basically whatever his attack stat is beforehand, 100,000, say 100,000, which is actually relatively low. He gets more like 300,000 in general, unless you have a really good team with him where it'll get up to like 500,000. And you activate his active skill, he should get a basically 6 times multiplier to that. But I don't know if that's actually how that works because I've seen the numbers go from 350,000 to 423,000, which is fucking weird. But if it sounds like that's how that should work, so maybe I just didn't catch it going all the way up because it's a little iffy on that. But so that's Ultra Instinct Goku. That is Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. He is, in all honesty, one of my favorite units, mainly because his super attacks are beautiful, his art is beautiful, his skill set is beautiful, his links are fantastic and go with quite a few different units. And not to mention, if he has the link skill Kamehameha, he can go with any Kamehameha unit. And the other broken Kamehameha unit, you can make a pretty decent team with this. I don't know if if anybody's tried taking on Super Battle Road with just him yet. I'm not going to try it because I'm not fucking crazy. But that's where that goes. If somebody achieves it, that's fantastic for them. Moving on to Super Saiyan God Blue Vegeta. Now, he has the leader skill of Powerful Comeback or Representatives of Universe 7, and his leader skill is equivalent to Ultra Instinct Goku's because it's an HP attack and defense plus 170, ki plus 3. Now, in his details, much like UI Goku, his 12 ki multiplier is 160% and his 24 ki multiplier is 200%. His super attack raises that multiplier by an additional 30%, obviously. His active skill multiplier is 440%, which is equal to Mega Colossal Damage level 10. And upon using the active skill, Vegeta actually changes how he looks, loses his armor, and it changes for the rest of battle, meaning every super attack, every bit of combat, he does not have his armor on. Going back up, his super attack, which is called Pride of Our Warrior Race, melee attack for the most part, causes colossal damage to the enemy and high chance, meaning a 50% or more, of performing a critical hit for one turn. And then Ultra Super Attack, which is Final Flash, which is that's animated really well actually. Does mega colossal damage to the enemy and has a 50% or more chance of performing a critical hit for one turn, which means that in that attack he has a 50% chance to perform a critical hit, which obviously you can boost with hidden potential. Now his passive skill is very similar, well, not really similar to UI Goku's, but it's along the same lines, just obviously changed to be Vegeta. So Vegeta doesn't have dodge, instead he has damage reduction, and he reduces damage received by 10%, plus an additional damage reduction of 10% within the same turn with each attack received up to 30%, meaning that he can have a total damage reduction of 40% by the time if you get hit by multiple attacks in a row. Attack and defense plus 150% standard. Key plus 1 with each attack performed up to plus 5. Medium chance of launching an additional super attack, meaning 30%, which obviously you can boost with hidden potential. If HP is 50% or less at start of character's attacking turn after the character receives attacks 7 or more times in battle. Now remind you, he doesn't dodge, so he will get hit by attacks. He is the easier revive mechanic to get off. He will revive with 70% HP recovered when the character or an ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd. So basically, you're at 50% health or less. You get hit with an attack that KOs this unit or one of the other 2 units after this unit's received 7 attacks, and you will get the revive mechanic off. His active skill is Final Explosion, also fairly well animated. It causes mega colossal damage to all enemies. Now, how do you feel about hearing that he has Final Explosion on this one?
I do like that.
You,
Also, I also like the the image design.
Oh yeah, the image design is fantastic. Now, this is the image design for when he uses his active skill and then loses his armor. But the default is just him with his armor on, which I honestly prefer the one where he loses his armor.
Yeah, same.
And that one is very nice. It looks a lot better. I want to say it looks more like he's actually fighting rather than being in like pristine condition, just glowing a different color. It gives you that grit to it that I kind of like. His link skills are alright. He's got Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, standard for obviously where he's coming from in the show and him being an LR. Prepared for Battle, Godly Power, Royal Lineage, and Prodigies. Godly Power and Prepared for Battle are fairly common with units that'll go on a team with him, but Royal Lineage and Prodigies do not seem to be. Prodigies I know works with Frieza and other Vegetas, I believe. I don't know if it works with much of anything else. And then Royal Lineage is mostly just Vegeta. So if you'd have to put more Vegetas on his team. But that covers Vegeta. He's pretty decent. He's very good in some aspects. They did mention that while he has the 40% damage reduction, if he does get hit by a super attack, he will absolutely get destroyed by it. I've actually experienced that where I'm fighting a tech unit, so I have type advantage, and I've already been hit by like 3 attacks, 3 or 4 attacks or something like that. But and then I get hit by just like a regular old Kamehameha super, and it fucking 150k fucking damage for no reason. And it's kind of disappointing in that, but he's also a very good unit. But as always, every unit has their weaknesses. Because if they didn't have any weaknesses, it just wouldn't be fucking fair. Moving on to the part 2 slash intermediary LRs. So going to the free-to-play unit that they just recently dropped, I believe within the last week on Dokkan, is the Master Roshi unit. Right now, Global only has it at UR because they haven't released the stage to awaken him to LR, which makes me sad, but he's free to play, so anybody can get him. It's free. You don't have to spend any money like you would for the other two. And this Master Roshi takes pretty much the best of both worlds, sort of, and puts his own little spin on it because he also has a revive mechanic. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about, because I'm looking at it right now and it's actually really fucking crazy, are his super attacks. Because his first super attack is called the Sleepy Boy technique, and I feel like you appreciate that.
I do find that funny.
Yeah, it's like the Nanuri Bakuri or whatever, and it's supposed to be just like a key thing that kind of, I think it was a restraining or a disarming kind of thing. But so it massively raises attack for 1 turn, so it raises it by 100% for 1 turn, and causes colossal damage with a high chance of stunning the enemy, meaning it's 50% or more, so 1 in 2 chances, or a 1 in 2 chance of stunning the enemy, which means they can't attack. And then next up is his Ultra Super Attack, which there is another unit that does the same thing, but doesn't cause Mega Colossal damage. And his Ultra Super Attack is Evil Containment Wave, which raises his attack not by massively or greatly or whatever. It raises his attack by 628%. So if you take his attack stat, multiply it by 600, or multiply it by 6.28, that's his attack stat. I don't think there's any other unit that has a skill that does that. And it's fucking beautiful. Because, well, other than the other Master Roshi, obviously, but he's not an LR and he doesn't have the links with a lot of people to make him do a whole load of damage. Uh, and in his passive skill, which is called Master and Apprentice, defense plus 100 and medium chance of evading enemy's attack, so he's got a 30% chance of evading. And then Turtle School category allies, Ki plus 2 and attack and defense plus 30. So you need to have a Krillin and probably a Tien on there, which obviously if you're going for an optimal team, you should be able to pull that off. If the HP is 50% or less at start of a character's attacking turn and there are 2 or more Turtle School category allies on the team, it revives with 50% HP when the character or an ally attacking the same turn is KO'd. And the animation that they chose for this is where Master Roshi appears, or Master Roshi dies in the Tournament of Power. That's a spoiler, by the way. But he basically overworks himself and his heart stops. And then Goku shows up and fucking starts ki blasting him in the chest, like, wake the fuck up. And then he gets up and continues fighting. So he's like, I was dead, but now I'm back and I'm going. I still got enough fight in me to kill some of you fuckers. That's pretty much how I feel like it worked. And then he's got his active skill, which is called the Greatest Kamehameha. It raises his ultimate damage multiplier by 100% during the attack, and it gives all allies ki plus 7 for 1 turn. So that pretty much guarantees, if you have a team with any ki links, it almost guarantees that everybody's getting off a super or ultra super. And it's fantastic. Now,
That does sound pretty good.
it's pretty good considering most of the time, if you have 2 leaders, because you have a leader on the team and then you pick a friend unit and their leader skill also applies to your team. If you get 2 units that are ki plus 3 or ki plus 4, that's 6 ki right off the bat. You get this off, that's automatic supers. And a lot of the ki link skills will give you like 1 or 2 ki, sometimes 3 or 4. So if you're already at a super attack and you get 7 more ki, that's just more damage, honestly. Granted, most things don't have most of the units don't have ultra super attacks. They just have regular attacks. But the more ki you get, the more damage you do is what the game tells you. So, um, what's funny is that the LR unit, his first phase, his SSR phase, I believe, can be farmed to raise super attack of other Master Roshi cards. So it doesn't tell you what cards you can farm to raise his attack because he is the farm unit. He also gets an easy A, which is allowing them to go beyond the normal limits of being an LR or being whatever stage of unit they are. So most LRs are max level of 150, super attack level of 20, and their team cost is usually 77. This LR has a max level of, again, 150 because the level can't exceed that, but his super attack goes to 25. Now, each level of super attack increases the damage by some arbitrary amount. I don't remember. But, oh boy, his cost is only 59, at least from what I'm seeing here. His cost is 59, which is massively. Let me put it in perspective. One of the Most of the free to play LRs in the game have a team cost of 99. So he's 40 cost less. Normal LRs in the game cost 77. So he's cheaper than all the LRs. He's cheaper than some URs, I believe, which are the stage before LR, in case you didn't know. So he's the cheapest LR I have seen ever. Uh, let's see. I don't know what his ultimate damage multiplier is. I don't see that on here. The fuck? All right. So that's Roshi. Now, going to some of the content before I start going into what's coming up. So, as of recent, Dokkan has released some content to the game, which is stages for us to play through. So, there, Amigaius?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I know I'm carrying this, but I'm worried that you're just like, yeah, I know you don't know much, but you can obviously see what I'm looking at, so any input you have is great as well. How do you feel about that Kamehameha animation there?
Um, it's all right.
Yeah,
Um, it's it's not that I don't like it that much to be honest.
yeah, it looks all right, but granted, he is a free-to-play unit,
Yeah, true.
so he's probably not going to have that much effort put into the art. Because if you look at other free-to-play units, their arts are kind of meh. So gonna go try and go back to the main page of celebration stuff. They added 2 stages to the Surpassing Even the Gods Vegeta event, and they added a stage to the Ultra Instinct event so you can awaken those LRs. Um, there's fantastic deals at Baba's shop. I think there's a 1/3 discount on everything. They've got Dokkan festivals. Um, yes, the new story event called Miracle of Universe 7. Now, this event gives you 3 different characters. It also gives you something called a support memory, which was recently dropped. It's called Bond of Master and Disciple. So it boosts that category's defense and attack, or it supports it. They also give you a something that a lot of people are actually decently happy with because of what they are. It's the Fruits of Training with Family, Krillin and Android 18. So it's a family card pretty much, minus Marin. Uh,
All
it's
right.
Yeah, it's all right. It's leader skill. Actually, let me just go to the UR stage of it real quick, because that's easier. Its leader skill is free to play, so it's not going to be that strong of a leader skill. Is joined forces, key plus 3, and HP attack and defense plus 50%. Now that's really low, but it's also free to play, so I'm cutting it the slack there. The super attack, raises it by 30% for 99 turns, so that stacks. So you can keep going with that, and the attack will continue to go up throughout the whole thing. Every time they do a super attack, their attack will continue to go up. And they do supreme damage to the enemy, meaning they do a decent amount at least. They changed the fizz colored key spheres, so orange to purple, considering that they are purple int. They can launch an additional super attack with 6 or more int key spheres obtained, and attack and defense plus 20% with each attack performed up to 100%. So not only can they raise their attack through super attack, they can raise their attack up to 100%, or their attack and defense up to 100% for pretty much every attack that they do. So in their hidden potential, if you give them a lot of additional attack, you're basically increasing their chance to maximize the potential of that part of their passive skill.
Yeah.
Um, their 12 key multipliers, 135%. They're kind of a first stage UR, so that's expected. They actually get an extreme Z awakening, which is interesting. Uh, their super attack can go up to 15 instead of 10 for the normal. And then they raise their attack by 30% for 99 turns, and something else raises attack by 50% for 99 turns. What the fuck does that? 30% for 99 turns. Where's the 2? I'm actually confused. Where is that? I guess that's an easy A thing. Must be an easy A thing. Oh, right, because easy A's boost their passive skills. I forgot about that. Um, so that's them. That's the Android 18 and Krillin. Moving on to Master Roshi and Tien, which is actually a fairly decent card. I have it currently on my team. They don't currently have their UR Awakening out, or their TUR Awakening out, which makes me sad, but it's coming soon. I think it might be coming out later this week. The Earthlings category, key plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 50%. Oh, that's how you fucking figured out. Okay, so Extreme Z Awaken does that. Ah, okay. Going back to the Android 18 and Krillin, because I just missed an entire category of their stuff. After they are fully Extreme Z Awakened, they become a Joined Forces category key plus 3 HP attack and defense plus 77%, which is a lot better than 50%. But they also can be a int type key plus 3 HP attack and defense plus 50%. So they now can lead 2 different things. They can be a mono type lead, which means that there's only int on your team, or they can be a joined forces category lead for a free to play team. Their super attack is husband and wife combo extreme, and that greatly increases their attack by, basically means it raises their attack by 50% for until the end of battle and causes supreme damage. So every time they get an attack off, their attack will increase by 50%. Now that's actually really freaking good for a free-to-play unit, because most units don't have things that increase their attack like that and stack. Because it's not like it does it once and then it just stays at 50% for 99 turns. It's every time you do that attack, it raises their attack for 99 turns. So that's actually pretty good. And then the passive skill on them after they're awakened is actually quite a bit better. It changes the Fizz key spheres to int spheres at the start of turn and launches additional super attacks with 5 or more int key spheres obtained. Attack and defense plus 30% with each attack up to 180. So that's a lot better.
Yeah, yeah.
Their link skills aren't really much to scoff at. They've got Shattering the Limit, Tournament of Power, Experienced Fighters, Cold Judgment, Brainiac, Solid Support. Solid support, if you can pair them up with another unit that has that link though, can actually be really helpful because it'll raise the attack of your unit by 10% and 15% at level 10. So at level 1, the link skill will raise the attack by 10% and all enemies' defense will drop by 15%. So it makes your enemy weaker and your allies stronger, which is really good. There are categories: Universe Survival Saga, Representatives of Universe 7, Joint Forces, Battle of Wits. Those are all decent categories, but not much for good links, although that's just because of the anniversary. The anniversary will actually give them some pretty decent links in those categories. Now moving on back to the Teamwork Across Schools, Master Roshi and Tien. They are category of, they're not Turtle School, which is, I guess, expected, but they are an Earthlings, category Ki +3, and HP attack and defense +50. Bunkoku, Bikuri Sho, and Neo Tri-Beam, I think that's a Sleepy Boy move or whatever, causes supreme damage to enemy and lowers attack and defense. It lowers the enemy's attack and defense by 20% for 3 turns, which is actually really good. I actually run them on my main team, but this is their post-awakening, so I think it's like 15% on their pre-awakening. The passive skill they have is attack and defense +40%, plus an additional attack and defense +10% with each attack received up to 40%. So a total of 80% attack and defense increase, which is good. The representatives of Universe 7 category allies, so anybody on the team that they're on that is of representatives of Universe 7 category, they get 1 more ki and attack and defense +20%, which is really good as well. They're also a solid support, so they'll pair up well with that Krillin and 18, and they'll also get the effect from that. So in total, you'll be dropping the opponent's attack by like 30% or something.
That's
Uh,
actually pretty good.
yeah, it's pretty good when you pair them up together. Their ki multiplier is 145% for a super attack, so that's actually higher than most URs get. It's in the proper range for a TUR, but I don't remember if this was a TUR or just a normal UR. Their additional attack and defense plus 20% with each attack received is calculated separately for a total boost of attack and defense plus 257% after 4 attacks. Oh! So they're all calculated up separately. Dang. That's fucking great. The super attack level can go up to 15, but only through Extreme Z Awakening with special medals from the Extreme Z area event. And then they lower the enemy's attack and defense by 20%. Now, after Extreme Z Awakening, they become Earthlings category Ki +3 HP attack and defense plus 77%, or Tech type Ki +3 HP attack and defense plus 50%. And then their super attack gains the ability to lower the opponent's attack and defense by 20% for 3 turns and seals the opponent's super attack, meaning they can't launch a super attack against your team for that turn, at least. And then their passive skill also gets boosted after their Extreme Z Awakening to attack and defense plus 70%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 20% with each attack received up to 70%. And their support actually gets larger, or bigger, by saying representatives of Universe 7 category allies Ki +3 and attack and defense plus 40%. That's actually fantastic. Because if you have 2 leaders that give all your units +4 ki, that's 8, and then ki +3 from the support unit, they're at 9, or no, they're at 11, so they only need 1 more ki to get off a super attack, which is actually really good. Plus their attack and defense is increased by 40%. That's actually really fucking good, which is why they would be on my team so far. But going back to some of the other units that you can get in that. So these aren't out on... Actually, they came out today. Holy fuck. So those units are coming out today for Dokkan, for us. For global, anyways. Moving down to... There's one more unit that can get help from this. Oh, there's another support memory. Bond of Sister and Brother. I think that covers siblings bond category characters. And then here he is. My Now, the original of this unit, the free-to-play unit, was released October 8th, no, March 2nd, 2018 for global. Now, thanks to the 6-year anniversary, new form on the horizon, free-to-play Ultra Instinct Sign Goku gets his awakening, and an Extreme Z awakening. So he can go to a max level of 140, super attack level of 15, and he costs 40. Now, his super attack, just a Kamehameha, supreme damage. His passive skill is that Universe Survival Saga category allies get ki plus 3, attack and defense plus 80%. So he doesn't get any built-in dodge or anything, at least I think until this. Oh, there it is. Yeah, until he Easy A's, which then increases his leader skill to be Universe Survival Saga category ki plus 3, HP, attack and defense plus 77%, or Fizz type ki plus 3, HP, attack and defense plus 50%. So, and then his Kamehameha, which is his super attack, will raise his attack and defense by 20% for 99 turns. So every turn you can increase his attack by 20%. His Universe Survival Saga category allies get ki plus 3, attack and defense plus 30%, which is really good. And then he himself gets attack and defense plus 120%, with a high chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack. So he has a 50-50 shot at dodging any attack your opponent throws at you, which is beautiful and amazing, and I love it. I've been waiting since 2018 for this unit to be released, or for his awakening, because we know that they're coming, we just don't know when. His 12 key multiplier is 145%. He can be farmed to raise super attack of other Ultra Instinct Goku cards. His super attack can go to up to 15. And that's pretty much his Easy A and his full potential there. So that's that unit as well. And then we have, I believe, that's it for new units that are there, other than the Master Roshi, who is free to play. His story is called Master Roshi's New Challenge. We also get a new growth mission called Majin Buu's Shape Up Training, which allows you to get skill orbs for your representatives of Universe 7 category allies, or units, which is fantastic because pretty much everything else we have that tries to give us skill orbs gives us crap skill orbs, like level 1 instead of level 5. Excuse me. But you fight Majin Buu, you get like 4 potential or 4 of the orbs, and that's pretty much it. They also added 2 things to challenge. They added the God of Destruction Assemble, which is a 3 attempts per day per stage. You fight the Gods of Destruction, but they do interesting things. From beating it, you can get a support memory called Zeno's Welcome Words, which I don't remember what it does exactly. Universe Survival Saga category allies attack and defense plus 10% in battle, which is decent. There's a certain... These guys are terrifying for 2 reasons. One, the first stage, there's one of them that changes their type every turn, so you can never have full type advantage. There's one that launches his super attack 3 times, which is crazy. One of them goes into a rage and then transforms into a different unit until the end of the battle. One of them has an attack all, which is absolutely bonkers. And then they restrict what characters are allowed to take it on. You can't have anything that increases your attack per key sphere for a leader or on the team, which is really kind of interesting. They only allow 1 type of support item, but they kind of equal that out by making it cost nothing to do it. I believe that they also restricted a lot of super attack seals. But there's a lot of units that you actually can't use on this event, which is actually kind of weird. You can't use what honestly is kind of crazy at this point. but there was a unit they released a while back called Devilish Deception Devilman, and his passive skill gave him a 1% chance to get a 1,000,000% attack increase. Do you understand what this means?
Oh, kinda.
So, if he has an attack of 1,000, he has a 1% chance to multiply that by 1,000,000.
Is there a way to like increase that chance, or is that like?
I don't believe there is a way to increase that chance. Because they haven't given him an awakening. He's still only
Oh, okay.
SSR, but he has a ultra rare chance to grant a deadly power to super attack, which the ultra rare chance is 1% to gain attack plus 1,000,000%, on top of the key multiplier being 120%. So you have 1% chance to deal the most damage you've ever dealt ever in the game, whether you're a UR, LR, doesn't matter. This unit, with his even with his crappy attack stat, will do more damage if he gets that 1% chance than any other unit in the game. He's a sure kill unit.
That is actually pretty good though.
That's pretty good,
I
but
mean, it's only a 1% chance, but
1% chance of getting 1,000,000% attack is better than nothing.
yeah,
Because even say his attack is 4,000, multiply that by 100, that's 40,000. No, that's 400,000. My bad, math's bad. So that's 100 times his attack stat of 4,000. This man can multiply by 1,000,000. So I'm just going to do the math out real quick and explain where this man goes absolutely bazonkers. And then we'll go back to the other stuff. They restricted him for a very good reason because he can one-shot pretty much anything. So 4,000 times... That's not 4,000. 4,000 times 1,000,000. So that's 1,000. That's 1,000,000. That is 1, 2, 3. That is a 4 billion attack stat. Wait, no. Yeah, that's a 4 billion attack stat. The highest I have ever seen somebody's attack stat go in this game. I think for a fully rainbowed unit that has really good links, optimal team is about, I think it was 48 million. And this absolutely fucking trumps that. Now, if we multiply 4,000 by 1.2 for the 120% super attack increase, that's 4,800, and then multiply that by 1,000,000. That is 4.8 billion damage that it can do. It has a 1% chance of doing it, but it can do it. But either way. So that's the God of Destructions event. They all have different little perks to them that make them a pain in the ass to fucking do. They also have a shit ton of health. Alongside, a lot of them dodge, a lot of them conceal your super attacks, a lot of them will lock your characters into place, coercion and all that. So that's that event. Going back, they also added a new stage to Dokkan Boss Rush, which gives you, I believe, 35 Dragon Stones, 30, 35, somewhere around there. And then Extreme Super Battle Road and Super Battle Road are available daily until okay, that's for Japan. That's not for America. What the fuck? Let me go for the global one there. But the fucking the battle roads are open until the end of the anniversary, pretty much, which is decent.
that's not bad.
They've all the Extreme Z battles are open, meaning all the characters you have that you can easy A are open, alongside every hidden potential event. They've also got the Ichiban Kuji collaboration campaign, which looking at it, you can get, you can recruit different or copies of stuff for special missions. And you get special things. Yeah, they released a B GT pan event to kind of coincide with the weekly event for Pan, so you can easily awaken them. I am one stage away from fully awakening them, and they are fully rainbowed, so I go through that like every day just to get it done because I only need like 2 or 3 more medals to awaken them. But you can also do that for your LR Goku Black Zamasu, which is all right. So they didn't really give us a crap ton of content, but what they gave us for content was pretty good.
Yeah, they went quality instead of quantity.
Yeah. But people in the comments of this thing are like, "Oh yeah, this you can clear this in a day, yada yada yada." And it's like, "Yeah, you can clear it in a day, but what's the quality of what you've gotten?" People don't really seem to understand that. Now going into what's coming, which is part 2, which I believe begins today for global. Can I actually go to the campaigns? 6th anniversary campaign there. Yeah, I'll go there. Part 2, which I believe starts today, actually. 7/18. Oh, it started last night. Perfect. So you can get the tickets for the 66 unit summon. In addition, you will be able to use tons of thanks summon tickets to perform summons in the top legendary summon and dual Dokkan Festival. Which they're putting out a. Okay, so they put out a new legendary summon. Oh, that's going to be the. Yeah. That's going to be the 2 new LRs. Which I also need to talk about. So I will definitely talk to about them. But I'm just covering my bases with all the stuff going on in the event. So part 2, you get a bunch of special missions, a dual Dokkan Festival, the LR MUI and LR Super Saiyan Blue Evolved are going to be continue to be able to be summoned until the 9th of August, which is actually a pretty good time frame. It's about a month, which is pretty standard. They added the new stages of the event so you can awaken your units and stuff. The like Roshi to LR and the other things, which I have to do that today. They put out Ultra Instinct Sign Goku's Easy A, the Int one, which makes him a, I believe, 180% lead for Realm of Gods. I'm not sure. They added a new they added new stages to Infinite Dragon Ball History, so you can get stones and stuff from that, which is great. They put a team co-op campaign out, which is Defeat the Giant Fused Fighter. Don't know what they give us for that yet, but meh. Super discounts on Dragonstones are now on. Starting, starting 7/25, so this coming Sunday, there will be 6 Dragonstones over a 50% discount, so they'll be like $2. 12 Dragonstones over a 50% discount, so I don't know how much they're gonna do that, but those 2 are only available once. The 32 Dragonstones will be 50% or more cheaper for 3 times, and you can buy 93 Dragonstones at the price of 63 Dragonstones 8 times, and you can buy the 100 Dragonstones pack to get a premium Dragonstone 7 purchased 3 times within the period of 7/6 to 8/8. So that one's already gone. That last one has already been done. I've already completed that. But if you do the Mysterious Ritual Summon, you can do a single multi-summon to get 10 Elder Kai instead of the usual 5. Which is actually really good because considering that summon is only 25 Dragonstones, getting 10 characters for it is fantastic. They
Yeah,
have...
actually.
Hold on. They did what? They gave us... So there's a summon type that's always available that is free to do as long as you just play the game. You can either do a single summon for 200 friend points, which you get from using friend units in your games, or 2,000 for a multi, which will get you 10. You can get 3 free-to-play LRs off of it, or apparently now there's a 20,000 point summon, which I can do a crap ton of those, that you can acquire super attack level up characters, which is actually pretty fucking cool. I really hope they don't shaft global for that, but whatever happens, happens. But uh, pretty much that's actually really good to know about. They are putting out the third Peton battle, which is basically like an idle thing where you send card stickers to go fight, and you get items and money for it, and it's basically just a idle portion of shit. So that is most of the things there. I will go into the two new LRs being delivered to us, which are All Out War Universe 7, Android 17 / Team Universe 7. Now they are a Representatives of Universe 7 category key +4 HP attack and defense plus 150%, or int type key +4 and HP attack and defense plus 100%. They greatly raise attack for one turn, so they raise their super attack multiplier for 50% for that attack and cause colossal damage to the enemy, but doing that raises their allies' defense by 30% for that same turn. Their ultra super attack causes mega colossal damage to enemy, raises allies' defense by 30%, and chance of performing a critical hit by 7% for one turn. Their passive skill, which is called Human-like, is attack and defense plus 70%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 70% when there are 5 or more representatives of Universe 7 category allies on the team, plus an additional attack plus 70% when key is 22 or more, key plus 2 in addition per rainbow key sphere obtained, chance of performing a critical hit plus 7% per rainbow key sphere obtained. So if you have a unit that changes any of the key on your board to rainbow key, you will get an additional plus 2 key per orb obtained, which I believe it maxes out at 5, and you will get critical hit plus 7 maxed out at 5. So you can get in total 10 key, no, 5, 15 key, and critical hit plus 35%. So there's a 35% increase to the chance of landing a critical hit. Their active skill is called All Out Attack of Universe 7, which is actually really cool. I used it when I had a JP account, but I dropped the JP account because I got bored. It greatly raises attack temporarily, so it raises it by like 50% temporarily, and causes ultimate damage to enemy and all allies key plus 7 for one turn. That is very similar to the, I believe, Tien and Roshi. No, that's very similar to the Master Roshi there. I believe, if you recall that, Gaius.
Yeah.
And then the activation conditions for that active skill is that it can be activated when there are 5 or more representatives of Universe 7 category allies on the team, and another 2 representative of Universe 7 category allies attacking the same turn when facing only one enemy whose HP is 50% or less once only. So, it's interesting that it says that the enemy has to have 50% or less HP, because that's really hard to gauge. Let's see. That's pretty much it for them. They're pretty basic. Their art is alright.
Yeah.
It's not the best, but
I feel like
it's
there's too much going on.
yeah, I get that. That it feels like there's too many things to focus on, but also it does pretty well. They could have just pretty much lined them up or something. I don't know. Instead of having them do this thing, but I guess I kind of get it because he starts as an Android 17. So Android
Maybe
17 would
maybe
be in the
maybe
front and
pull them
Pokemon.
more to the bottom and space it more evenly.
Yeah. Still have 17 in the like foreground because he starts as a 17. But like space him out a little more because in the actual card art, Gohan's face gets covered by the words.
Yeah.
So you don't even really see Gohan in that. which is really sad. But also, this hasn't been released on Dokkan yet, so I'm assuming they're doing it tonight. It says they were gonna do it yesterday, but the summon hasn't come out yet, so I don't know. I believe they said that they'd wait 11 days between the part one and part two. I'll have to check about it in a bit. Maybe it just hasn't been updated yet. But so that's him. And then the next one that they're also releasing is a remaining final possibility Golden Frieza Angel and Android 17. So that's Android 17 on two different LRs there. Now they're a Universe Survival Saga or Join Forces category lead with a Key +3 and HP attack and defense plus 150%. Their super attack is called Limit Breaking Assault. That's kind of copied from Goku Frieza, and it greatly raises attack for one turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. Ultra super attack is called Final Special Attack. That is just really boring, actually. Like, it's just a generic name, like Final Special Attack. Like, couldn't have done anything better with that.
Yeah. It's kind of
It's kind of like, this is my
it's very
beam.
mundane for what they
It's
could have done.
mundane. Like, Limit Breaking Assault was a literal copy from the Tech Goku Frieza. That's their super attack, so why would you give it to another unit? And then but the better thing about the Goku Frieza is that their ultra super attack is called the Pride and Hope of Universe 7 or something. Something like that, I think. Let me just check that. Yeah, their super attack is Limit Breaking Assault, and then their ultra super attack is called Miracle of Universe 7. So why not make it a something like Final Stand at the End or something? Or like um I don't know, something better than Final Special Attack. Like what?
Yeah.
That's so crap of a name. Oh god, their passive skill. What the fuck? The last key. What? That might just be a translation problem, but that's fucking dumb. I want to like this unit, but that just made it hard. That just made it so hard to like. Attack and defense plus 70%, great chance, meaning it's like 70% of launching up to two additional attacks. See, that's good. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 7%, up to 70%, and key plus 1 up to plus 7 with each attack performed. See, that's good. Reduces damage received and raises chance of performing a critical hit by 7% with each attack performed within the same turn. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But the name doesn't make sense. Like, let's go back to that other one, All Out War Universe 7. Ultra Super Attack, Assault Barrier. The animation obviously is Assault Barrier, and it raises your ally's defense by 30%. Their passive skill, Human-like. Don't know why it's human-like, but it's... Okay, actually, the name of that one doesn't make sense either. I don't fucking know. Oh, it's because Android 17 says this is so human of me. He talks about how doing this kind of thing is so human. But over here, it's like, where does that come from?
Yeah.
Why is that there? It doesn't mean anything. And then their active skill is called Survival Strategy Universe 7. It's not an attack, but it increases their key plus 7, defense plus 77%, and performs a critical hit for one turn. All the 7s is because it's Universe 7. And they have to perform 4 or more super attacks during battle, which isn't hard considering that they have a 70% chance of launching up to 2 additional super attacks, which can become super attacks. Like, they're alright.
Android 17, you really are the Dragon Ball Super.
God damn it. I hate that. I hate
He
that.
did, he did say that.
Yeah.
Frieza did say, man, you are the Dragon Ball Super.
Oh,
Look it up.
God. I don't want to look it up because I'm scared of it.
You scared that it could be right?
I'm scared that you're right because you're probably
Everyone,
right.
who's listening, look up Android 17. You really are the Dragon Ball Super.
I'm gonna hate you if this is real. Why am I looking this up? Where?
The hidden truth. He is the Dragon Ball Super.
Android 17 Hidden Secrets has been revealed by Toyotaro.
I
You
told you.
really are the Dragon Ball Super. What? That's a theory? No, I hate that. Get that out of here. Get that shit out of here.
That is pretty cringe, not
That's
gonna
pretty
lie.
fucking cringe. Jesus Christ. So those are those two units. The All Out War Universe 7 Android 17 is pretty fucking good actually. And the Golden Frieza and Android 17 is good as well, but their names, like holy crap. Fix that shit. Alright, so that's going into part two. So continuing on from there, all your awakenings, your uh, Realm of Gods UI Goku is becoming God tier. New event, or no, new co-op campaign. Easy, that'll get done in like fucking 2 hours maybe. All the summon things. Golden Weekend, you get awesome rewards, more Sleepy Kais, and the fucking Dragon Stones, yada yada. Peton battle. So that's part two. And then we're gonna pop into. That's it. That's part one and part two. And then there's a countdown thing. No. The countdown has already occurred. That was the beginning
Man,
thing. You get 35 Celebration Summon tickets and 10 Dragon Stones.
yo, we've been
Alongside.
recording for an hour.
Yeah. Do you need to go somewhere?
Huh?
Do you got anything you need to do?
No.
Because this is the
Oh, no,
kickoff.
I
We're,
was
we're, we're going for a little bit. If you need to take a quick break, that's fine. Were you just
no,
already
it's fine.
surprised?
I was just surprised.
Yeah, we've got about 48 minutes left in this one, so we're just going to try and keep it running because there is surprisingly more content to go through. And its name is Fusion Reborn Goku and Vegeta. From the first movie we see Gogeta in, which, he's pretty. He's pretty. We like him. He's all
I
right.
prefer Gogeta to Vegito because he has a cool little vest.
Yeah, honestly, he's character-wise, he's great. Unit-wise and Dokkan, for some reason, they don't seem to give Gogeta's a lot of love. Not gonna lie, because sadly, he's not actually all that good from what I'm reading right now. So his super attack is Rival Cooperation, pretty much a full-on fucking copy of Super Vegito's, which is cooperation between rivals. It raises attack and defense for 1 turn, so it raises it by 30%, and does colossal damage to the enemy. That's alright, but their attack doesn't stack. The Ultra Super attack is Full Power Energy Rush, which is alright, I guess, for a name, because it kind of makes sense for at least that time period of the shows and stuff, or the movie and show. Passive skill, they get attack and defense plus 120% and reduces damage received by 30%. They're pretty much a carbon copy of the Super Vegito, which is kind of sad, but also decent, actually. They get a high chance of randomly changing key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres, and key plus 2 in addition per rainbow key sphere obtained. Medium chance of launching an additional super attack. So that's like a 30% chance of launching an additional super attack. Their active skill is Fusion, which, just like the Super Vegito, they perform their fusion and can be activated when HP is 70% or more, starting from the fourth turn from the start of battle. So they need to be above 70%. Vegito needed to be below 77%, I believe. So there's actually a sweet spot where you could have to pick. They link up actually pretty well with that Vegito, considering all the shared links that they have. Um, Now they transform into Fusion Reborn Super Gogeta. His super attack is called Transcendental Kamehameha. Decent name, I think. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes colossal damage to the enemy. Second, his ultra super attack is the Soul Punisher, which has a great animation. It does the fucking best backflip scene that you've ever seen in Fusion Reborn. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, and lowers attack and defense. Lowers the enemy's attack and defense by 20% for 3 turns, which is good. His passive skill, he recovers 30% HP, once only. So he heals. Attack and defense plus 150%, and attacks effective against all types. Fantastic. Beautiful. That's standard with Gogetas, especially with Soul Punisher. Great chance of performing a critical hit. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. Key plus 2 in addition to rainbow key spheres obtained. Key plus 5, reduce damage received by 30% and foresees enemy super attack for 5 turns from the start of battle, or from the start of turn. Nullifies enemy's melee super attack within the same turn when performing an ultra super attack on that enemy. So if you're taking this into something like Super Battle Road, where you have a couple enemies, if there's an enemy that is going to attack you dead on, like with a melee super attack, like some punch move or whatever, it will both show you where it's going to attack, and it will probably have enough ki to get a ultra super attack off in the same turn. So if it's a melee type super attack, he will completely nullify the damage from it.
Pretty good, actually, I would say.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Except if he gets hit by like a Kamehameha super attack, he's fucked.
Oh, true.
Although he does have, I believe, yeah, he has a 30% damage reduction, which if it's in something like SBR, it is not actually. If it's an SBR, 30% damage reduction is decent. Not gonna lie, but they also still do a crap ton of damage even with 30% damage reduction. But the nullifying melee super attacks is what's important there, because there are a lot of units in SBR that do melee super attacks, and if it nullifies that, he can take on an SBR stage all on his own, which is absolutely insane. Now, that's him. He has a 70% chance to perform a critical hit, by the way.
Mm, yeah.
They also kind of did him dirty by making it that his passive only lasts 5 turns, but I believe that Super Vegito's also lasts 5 turns. Let me see if I can find Vegito. I believe he'd be an F under Furious Fusion Father. There they are, Fused Hope and Vegeta. Yep, and then he becomes Furious Fusion Father. Or Fused Hope Super Vegito. So Vegito's stuff lasts 10 turns.
I don't know why they would make it different.
I think it's because well, he also recovers 50% HP instead of 70%, or instead of
Oh,
30.
so it's balanced.
Well, no, it's not really balanced. He heals 50% where that Gogeta only heals 30,
Oh, I thought you said 70.
but also he fuses when health is below 70%, or below 77%. I think they made the Vegito cards stronger because canonically, at least to the knowledge we are given, the Potara fusion itself is stronger. Which kind of sucks because everybody likes Gogeta more than Vegito, but Gogeta, really? I just said that. Gogeta gets to, no matter what, have attacks effective against all types. That's his boon. That's where he gets his boon. Plus, he gets a great chance of performing a critical hit. Vegito,
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Vegito only gets a medium chance of performing a critical hit, so that's 30%. But his thing is countering. He counters attacks. So if he gets hit, he can deal more damage back. That's their trade-off, really. Because the Potara fusion is stronger. I guess they recover more health, but they also need to be at a lower health, or they need to be at. There's a higher standard that they have to be at or below for them to use Potara, and then fusion, it's pretty easy to get, which I honestly hate because if it's above 70% after 4 turns, that's not hard. All you have to do is pop an item and you can fuse them. But Vegito, if you get below 70% or 77% HP in some really big thing like a SBR stage, which is really hard, you want to pop the item, but if you want to get Vegito out, you use him, he's basically popping that item. Because even in the show, when they were damaged and they fused, Vegito was unscathed. I believe, if you recall, Vegito was unscathed.
Yeah,
Technically,
yeah, yeah.
Gogeta was also unscathed, but they had somebody covering them while they were doing the thing, so they didn't actually have to fight him for too long. So they didn't get too beat up. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Everything else about them is actually pretty balanced. The only thing that sucks about this one is that it's only 5 turns, but I guess that kind of goes with the time limit thing. Because Gogeta would only last half an hour. Originally, oh, so they just put a time frame on the on how long a turn is. Huh. A turn is like 6 minutes. Because if
Oh,
the Potara fusion lasts an hour, then 10 turns has to translate into that hour. Retconned Potara fusion lasts an hour. And if the fusion dance lasts half an hour, then it would be half as long as the Potara fusion. Huh. But that works. That works. Also, Gogeta gets more ki per rainbow ki sphere than Vegito does. Because Vegito only gets ki +1 per ki sphere obtained. He doesn't get like +2 per rainbow ki sphere, which is actually a lot more than you'd think. So honestly, Gogeta's actually pretty fucking set right there. So they're both really good. The only reason that Vegito is even better is better in the 10 turns
is
and
the fit lore.
yeah, it's to fit lore, which I kind of appreciate, but I also am kind of like, eh, it's all right. Like, don't get me wrong, STR Vegito is good, but I'm gonna like that Tech Gogeta a lot more. Mainly because it's fucking Gogeta. Gogeta's fucking cool as shit. Going back to some of the other stuff that we need to talk about, I believe. I believe that new stuff coming out. Characters, no. Timeline for global. All right. You. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. I don't need that. I need what comes after 6th anniversary global. Global timeline 6th year. Okay, okay, there we go. Yeah, 6th year. All the events from that. There's a new Ultimate Clash coming out. These units come out. You can get reward characters. Frustrating standby Super Saiyan Vegeta Angel. What does he do? Because also for the anniversary, they gave us a reward character of a mastered UI free-to-play Goku, which is actually also really good. And I'm gonna do a quick cover of him. So representatives of Universe 7 category, key +3 and attack and defense +66%. That's pretty good, like right off. It's higher than the standard free-to-play unit. And that's not even his UR stage. But he's pretty much the same in UR stage, I think. Where's he at? Nope, that's not what I meant to do. What is he in UR stage? Astonishing. Where is he? He's supposed to be in here. No, whatever. He's an SSR. It's whatever. I can cover him by his SSR things because it pretty much stays the same, I think. His Kamehameha, which causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises defense for 6 turns. Fucking 30% defense for 6 turns. That's pretty fucking good. And that happens every time he does his Kamehameha. He gets attack and defense plus 66%. High chance, meaning a fucking 50% or more, of evading enemy's attack, including super attack, and plus an additional attack and plus 66% for 6 turns from start of turn, plus an additional attack plus 11 with each attack performed up to 66. So he's already got 50% dodge. You load him up with additional attack, he will do a shit ton, and then he will get a maximum possible boost of 285% after 6 attacks within the first 6 turns, and attack 175% increase starting from the 7th turn. Which is honestly pretty fucking good. For a free-to-play unit that doesn't get a Dokkan Awakening, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, actually.
Like, he gets 50% dodge, he gets attack stack, he gets defense stack. He's well-rounded for a free-to-play character. I ran him on my team, like, for other shit that isn't usually taken on by free-to-play characters. He's actually really good, and considering he's free and you can unlock free copies of him, you can max him out, rainbow him, and he's got less than 10k attack and shit, but he's still really fucking good for a free fucking character. Because not only is he on the Realm of Gods, Universe Survival Saga, Representatives of Universe 7, Turtle School, and Kamehameha, he's under both Miraculous Awakening and Powerful Comeback, so you can run him on teams after the same name update, which I think was actually dropped recently. You can run him on the same team as your Master DUI Goku LR and your Super Vegeta LR. So that's actually really fucking good. Honestly, I ran this free-to-play character more than I ran the MUI, and I don't know why. But going on to the other thing, which I need to check on. Oh, he was released July 7th as well. Oh, he's a Majin Buu Saga lead. But he's not a high. He's pretty much. I think he was. Oh, he was the compensation for losing. For the losing server of the Worldwide Celebration event. And that's so sad. It's just a picture of Vegeta looking at number 2 on his fingers, like, I'm number 2. Scissors of Humiliation is his passive skill. Holy fuck, Dokkan, way to play it subtle. But he raises attack and defense by 35% for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to the enemy. He gets attack and defense plus 35%, ki plus 2, and attack and defense plus 20% when attacking. Ki plus 2 and attack and defense plus 35% for 3 turns after receiving attack. That's actually pretty decent, though. He also gets more attack than the winning one. Huh. Um. Hmm. He's actually pretty decent, though. He can get a total boost of attack and defense of 109% for being a free-to-play character. That's pretty decent. It also says Japan lost the challenge and received Vegeta.
Oh.
So the place that gets all this shit first lost and received Vegeta. Although they did get the MUI as well, which really sucks for 2 reasons. One, I only know that because I had a JP account when they released the event on when they were doing the 6th anniversary on JP, so I know they got the MUI as well. But I don't know what the hell they gave them to Japan for. What did they lose at? Which really confuses me because they got it on JP as well. But those are the main things. Those are quite a few of the main things, anyways. There is rumors of a new of a new event coming. It's a legendary challenge campaign. Wait, nope, this is the wrong thing. Prime Battle event. More characters from the Goku's family category, blah blah blah. So these are all just really, that's just one thing, but that's not what I was looking for. Um, I've heard rumors about something called a legendary Vegeta challenge event, which if it's anything like the legendary or fighting legend Goku event, there it is. Fighting legend Vegeta. All right, so somebody posted an event idea here. And I believe somebody said that Dokkan was actually taking it into account, was doing something for Fighting Legend Vegeta, which Fighting Legend Goku, you get, if you complete it, you get tickets and Dragon Stones for completing certain stage, for completing it, and completing up to certain stages, which lets you summon on a banner that is purely Goku units, which you can receive some LRs and stuff for it. Uh, you can receive some LRs, you can receive some URs that are really good. You can receive basically decent Goku units. You can also receive shit Goku units, and I can attest to that. But they're planning on doing it for Vegeta, at least from what I can hear. They just dropped a Fighting Legend GT Goku event, which is also pretty hard. And then they are apparently doing it for Vegeta. There's going to be 8 phases, just like in the Goku one. There's going to be 8 different versions of Vegeta, obviously, going from base Vegeta all the way to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Evolved Vegeta. And I'm honestly hoping that they actually go through with it. Because all I've heard are rumors, and there are people saying they might actually do it, they might actually do it. But I I wouldn't put it past Dokkan to go, no, we're not doing that. Akatsuki does not like to always listen to their people. They do pretty well with units, but they don't do very well with other stuff. So for the most part, that's everything for Dokkan. I do believe that we have. Let me just check. Actually, we're pretty good on time. We've got about a half an hour left, so we can talk about different things involving Dokkan, different things that are coming up. Oh, crap, that just reminded me. There is one more thing that I need to look at. Goku and Piccolo LR. So, there is a unit coming to global soon. That is. Can I search on this website, please? I don't want articles. No. Let me go here. Um, Characters. Let me go by name. Goku and Piccolo. Maybe they're coming. I know they are. I just have to find them so I can actually figure out which one it is. I'm just having a hard time finding it. Hold on. Um, Let me see. I think I can find it. Piccolo and Goku. What the fuck? Where are they? Piccolo and Goku is what I am looking for. You know what? Rarities LR. Let me see. G. Nope, they're not there. Let's go under P. Damn, there are no LRs under P. Crap. What the fuck are they? I swear to God I saw them. They're near fucking here, and it's fucking annoying that I can't find them. Um, O, Wyoming Army Metal Cooler, nope. N, Nightmarish Impact, no. Crap, I'm trying to fucking find these guys. Where are they? Because they shouldn't be that hard to find. Um, nope. Um, okay, I guess there's no K's. No J's. What? Indestructible. Hidden power, hopes, and promises for the future. Blah, 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 blah. Ginyu Force, Golden Fist. Yeah. Father and son stay off. Goku and Gohan. Kid. Yep. Fiery, Evil Heart, Super Janemba. I've never seen that unit before. Excuse me? Full Tilt. Fused Fighting Force. Super Saiyan Goku. Fused Hope. Fused Superpower. Fused Fusion Reborn. Blah, blah, blah. Trying to fucking find them. I'm almost back to the start of all this stuff. Where are they? Budding Heart Piccolo, Budding Warrior Trunks, and Goten. Nope. New Life on Vampa, Broly, Chilai, Limo. No. Back to Z. Where are they? T. See if I can find them. I don't know why it's so hard to fucking find these guys. They shouldn't really be all that hard. They're not that difficult, really. I just want to find them because I'm pretty sure they're an LR. Yeah, that's it. I can't find them, but I know they're out on JP. They're a Goku and Vegeta. They're not a Goku and Vegeta, a Goku and Piccolo from the Garlic Jr. Dead Zone movie, which I think is actually really fucking cool. Mainly because they literally, their super attack is decent. I can't remember much else about them because I can't find the fucking unit. Let me search Goku and Piccolo LR. There it is. Rivals acting in harmony. What the fuck do you mean? Why couldn't I find that? They're a Saviors category lead. They raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause colossal damage to the enemy, and lower their enemy's defense by 40% for 3 turns, which is really good. Their Ultra Super is Mighty Rivals Blazing Dance. Mega Colossal damage, and lowers attack and defense by 20% for 3 turns. Their passive is called Breathing in Unison. Attack and defense plus 120 when performing a super attack. High chance of launching up to 2 additional attacks, plus an additional key plus 1 up to 6. And attack and defense plus 10% up to 59% with each attack performed. Launches an additional super attack when HP is 59% or less after performing 6 or more attacks in battle. Oh, beautiful. That doesn't say super attacks, that says attacks. So if they can do 3 attacks per turn and you give them more additional attacks, you could do all 6 in one go, baby. Now you can activate their active skill after when the HP is at 59% or more after performing 6 or more attacks in battle, and it gives them key plus 6 and attack and defense plus 59% for 1 turn. They only have 4 categories, which is weird. Upon using the active skill, Goku and Piccolo lose some of their clothes and the artwork changes for the rest of the battle, which I think is actually pretty cool. It's similar to the Vegeta thing, where they do something in their active skill and then that actually changes their character look.
Mm.
Hmm. They actually have a pretty cool effect on their art, I think. Once it shows, I think it takes a second. Oh no, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. That's pretty decent. I like to think that's pretty cool. Because that's when they're fighting Garlic Jr., I believe. So that's them. And honestly, I think that's all we've got for content to go through for this. That's pretty much everything for the patch notes, I think. So
Mm.
thanks for joining us on FrameRate Podcast. Sorry if this one was a little dull, considering that I was just kind of information dumping, but we're missing a couple people today. Not any fault
Yeah,
of their own.
I had to replace them, and I don't know a goddamn thing about this. So,
Yeah. So basically, I have no. It was kind of a last minute date change for when the recording was going to be because we're actually recording this a day after I said it was going to be recorded. So the timing didn't really work out because I had to go get medication and stuff because I'm actually really sick right now. And as you can tell, Gaius is also pretty sick right now. So it's a sick boy time, sick boy hours. But thank you for your patience. Sorry about the wait. And I hope everybody enjoyed this podcast. Thank you for joining us and have a great day. Peace out.